Hello everyone and welcome to yet another live coding until it's Friday. It's been a great week. Let's have an even better Friday, an even better weekend, and let's do some code. Let's do some SvelteKit stuff. Let's do some integrations with third parties, which is the bread and butter of what we're doing when we're engineering stuff, when we're software engineers. Great to see you today. Let me know what you're up to. Hope you're coding along with me. You have me on the background and do your own work, or you're intently focused on what we're going to do today. What we are going to do is a Discord integration. So we have the Emoji of the Day app that we've been building in the past few streams. This app picks a random emoji every day and asks a fictional character what they think about them, how would that emoji inspire them. There is a bit more functionality. You can ask for advice about the emoji of the day and all of that. You can ask Scrooge McDuck how they'd make a video game about pen, I guess, which is the emoji of the day, and all sorts of fun stuff. But what I want to do now is to integrate with Discord, is to have every time an emoji is picked, have it be posted in an announcement channel in Discord. So a Discord integration. That's something I've never done before. I've done Slack integrations, another messaging platform system, but not quite Discord. Maybe kind of similar. We'll figure it out together, see how far we can get. And I think that's about it. That's the grand plan. Another question was, would you like us to post to Twitter every emoji pick and every quote and all of that? Discord seemed to be a bit more wanted. That's why I did that one first. I have done Twitter in the past. There is some code on how to do that. We may do it still in the future. As always, you can guide what I cover and what I do by letting me know in the comments, in the Discord, in the wherever. You can get in touch with me. My own site. All those funnels for you to get in touch. All right, so we've explained the Emoji of the Day app, and then we're gonna pretty much read the docs and the guides and get through creating a Discord app. Discord, if you haven't seen it, is a forum for this generation, I suppose. It's a hub of various servers or chat rooms that you're a part of, and each server has its own separate chat rooms that you can be there and chat with other people and that sort of thing. And I have one as well. Feel free to drop by. My idea is that we'll eventually add another channel here, like emoji of the day, then emoji of the week, emoji of the month, and then a Discord bot will automatically, every time there is an emoji pick, post there, and every time maybe a fictional character has a quote about an emoji, it will be posted there as well. Another thing that Discord has, like Slack and other services like that, is slash commands. So you can do slash table flip, and it will add a table flip, I guess. And one of the examples does something similar as to what I was thinking of doing anyway today. So we can do like slash emoji me, and then it picks a random emoji, or we'll call it something like that, or emoji quote, and then it will ask a fictional character for a quote and post it in the channel. Could be fun. The point is that seems to be slightly easier to do than posting to a channel, so we'll learn something and do what I really want to do in the end. That's the plan. That's the agenda. That's gonna be the code. So let me share my screen. Okay, double checking. All good. So let's create Discord app. I am here in the Discord for developers section, and right in the docs they do have this button for creating an app. So I may need to log in. Let's look at how good their login functionality is. Reminds me of integrating with Okta as well. So it looks like I'll need to do this a couple times. First run the Discord app, then scan again. But it is quite seamless. Let's call the app emoji off, or emoji of the X, or emoji. I guess it will have different functionality. Let's say emoji off. did that dismiss the model? Interesting. I was wondering whether uppercase or not. It's fine. The official app to also a tool. So it needs an app icon. The size is 1024. So it's one of my favorite things to do on stream is to design Figma. Let's create a frame. Let's make it about 1024. I do have different sections on this page, as you can see, and I will organize it afterwards. Emoji off, support app logo, and I guess can double check what type of colors I have for the app. I guess it's kinda greenish. I can just go to Tailwind and find it, because I think we stole the green or the emerald one. Does it look more green or more emerald? Who knows? Let's say it's emerald. Let's say it's this. Let's paste it in. Oof, too dark? Maybe not. Let's add some emojis. So for the app logo, I am thinking have like 4 emojis in there, nothing too fancy. So I have a Figma plugin installed. Sometimes as an engineer, you need to do some Figma stuff, you know? You need to design. Let's have the smiley face one. Adorable. Let's put that in there, all of it, hopefully. Take it back, we'll do it again. Hopefully I will aim to the correct frame this time. Bring it in. I need 3 more emojis. If you pipe in the chat, it'll affect what the logo is going to be. And do I want the robot? Not. Oh, this one looks even cooler, more Discordy. How big is this? 512. Interesting. Maybe 500 will be enough. Two more. The colorful ones. that one. You hear my puppy in the background. We are working on her separation anxiety. It's getting there. Every day she's even more calm, but every day she loves me more, so it's kind of offsetted. And let's do a rocket. Is there like a lottery? Vote. Let's do the rocket ship, why not? And let's pick this color for this emojis quickly. Maybe the darker color would have been better. All right, not too bad. Let's call this thing a logo. If you're a designer, feel free to get in touch and create something nice for me. Not for free. Can always change it later, so it's not the end of the word. Oop, public key. Oh yeah, okay, that's public. That's fine. Didn't leak anything bad yet. Cool. So we will need to paste a URL here soon, I'm sure, but not quite yet. Save the changes. And let's look at our next step. Oh, clearly in the middle, we would need yet another emoji there. Let's fix it. Look too bad. Can you group these together? Maybe we can bring in that recycled one. Which colors do we make that? Maybe this would be fun. Almost white. I kinda like this. So let's choose this icon. We may need another one for the emoji as well. For the bot itself we're gonna install. So we'll see. Cool. So we created this. I think next we're gonna create a bot. There are two guides. I have one that creates a Discord app in general. The getting started one was the one we started following. There is one specifically created for cloud space workers, which is more similar to us deploying on Carousel Edge. on the edge using Carousel, I think. And then we'll create a bot. Great. Do it. Oh, 2FA code. 2FA code. This doesn't matter that much. If that is leaked, because it's a 2FA code, it expires quickly. Not quite, but I won't copy. Oh, that's visible. Interesting. There is some delay, so hopefully we're fine. Well, bot has appeared. Great. So created a bot, and it says get the token. Where's the token? Oh, great. How many bots can we have? Is it just one? Can it have only one user? And it has the same icon, which is pretty cool, I guess. Right, so we will need this token at some point, and I do hope that we can only copy it without having it visible on the screen. If not, I guess I will be able to refresh it. I'm thinking whether I should make this private. Some bottom remissions, I'm sure. I wanted to be able to send messages. Maybe create threads, but not really. Reactions. Use last commands. Should it be able to use last commands? I'm not sure. Create emojis. Not quite, despite the name. Alright, so let's see what they say. Oh, it seems we have a scopes section too. This maybe doesn't exist anymore, and this is an older thing. But this is indeed correct. We do want slash commands. So I didn't copy the token, it's lost forever, but I guess if I reset it, it will show it again. We need to get into this tab. And we want, according to these guys, bot and application commands. This is a bot and application commands. Anything else that looks interesting? Probably not. And this is again where we want this. And then we want this URL. I guess if I do visit this URL, it will ask me to install this bot somewhere. All right, looks legit. added to my server. It cannot solve a mystery with Scooby again, which is unfortunate. Another auth code. I am human. Still human. All right, so we've added it to this server. I wonder if there is... Ah, there it is. Emoji reactions are important. All right, and in this section of the docs, they want us to create a Cloudflare worker, but we won't be doing that. We will be expanding on our existing Emoji of the Day app. This one. So in real life, it's the push pin that was selected. Locally, I ran a pic in my local database, and we got a hand with fingers displayed. Which is slightly unfortunate because I am Greek and it's a bit of a tester for us, but hey. All right, so these guys they are telling us to download their own repo or whatever and then make their own stuff, but we won't do this. We will be doing it ourselves. This is suggesting to run ngrok. If you don't know, I am running this app locally on the default server SvelteKit Orbit runs, so on localhost 5173. How would I be able to get the bot to hit my server? It is by using a tool like ngrok. When you're working with other engineers, VS Code does have some tunneling options as well during live share, where you can expose this port, for example, whichever port you want, and then the person you're working with, they can visit that localhost URL through the tunnel, which is quite neat, but you can't do this to have anyone visit it. So we will be using ngrok, in fact, today. So let's do it. And we wouldn't want to tell the Discord bot to hit the live URL, because what we'll be building in the stream is not going to be live immediately, and we want to be able to keep tweaking it as it goes. If we were doing TDD, then maybe we would be able to get away with just one deployment and done, but we're going to be making it up on the fly. So I want ngrok start by 173. And that was it for HTTP. Right, so it gave us this URL. And even you, dear audience, dear chat, can visit this URL now and check the changes we're making in the app as we're developing. Don't click here because I haven't picked emojis for the previous days, so it's gonna error, so don't click that. Whatever you do, don't click the back button. Anyway, I guess we want an interactions endpoint. Great. So here in the general information, we're gonna say that we're gonna wait for the requests at API Discord plus server.ts. I guess we'll have something similar, like the pick logic. So the URL should be, or we want it to be API Discord. Get methods not allowed yet, which is fair enough. But we can do need return all right, so it should be able to hit this, but it's not going to be hitting it with a get request, it's going to be hitting it with a post request. So instead of a get, we want to expose a post. And then I imagine in here we will be doing some authentication stuff. Not be verified. What is it? I guess we'll find out eventually. We'll need to verify the signature, but what do we get back? They're using this Discord interactions library, which we may bring in as well. Just want to return an empty response and see what we get. It's gonna be like, all right. Maybe not, maybe that library is returning something very specific. Ooh, I see. So it has specific types, specific data and content and all of that. Sure. Right, without further ado, let's bring in this library. Discord interactions. And we're not using Express or anything Express style, but I suppose we will be able to do something quite similar. So first, let's check if the request is indeed from Discord. So this is the event which will have a request in there. And we want to get a couple of headers, so the signature and the timestamp. Then verify key, I guess, should be from this library. it does exist, and it is typed. Amazing. That's what we're hoping. And now, how do we get the request body? You need to await it, but we'll figure it out eventually. Let's export all of this to a method in this request. Exists, and then all of this we can say if no request body, let's return false immediately. Oh, interesting. How do I make this be? How do I make this body? It's not text, surely. Can I await it? Like to string? Do I pipe it? No. How do I make this not be a readable stream? Let's see if the SvelteKit docs say something about this. How do I consume all of it is my question. Should I just get the text? Probably not. I think I will just need to for it soon. No, I don't want to parse it. Oh well, I will try doing response text here. Let's see what happens. That'll be fine. or no signature, or no timestamp. Cool. What do we return on a bud request? Cool. But if it's good, we go into the switch case, I suppose. And we want all of this. I wonder what other server methods do I have? This one never arrows out, I guess. Server just throws the error. Is that correct? Should I be doing this? Maybe, maybe not. Controversial. Let's look at the docs again. Throwing errors from server endpoints. Yeah, I imagine the same, but we'll see. Maybe we could just return a response. In any case, I think we do need to paste all of this and find out what the message is supposed to be. So, the message is just awaiting requestation. Interaction type, I'm hoping we can bring in it from Discord interactions. Good. And then, all command. I suppose the all command is something that they created. Don't have an invite command or anything like that. So these are denominations here, which is quite interesting. I don't know what the name of this command is going to be, but we'll figure it out. All right, is this any better? Oh, that's the end of the tutorial here. Let's try to see what happens if I refresh this page and try to add that endpoint again. Cannot verify. How do you verify it? Let's try to do a post request to it. Do I have anything that does post requests? I don't think I have like Postman or something new. Post requests, blur. Don't need to do it. I guess there is a chance that this just fails, right? So if we don't do the check, just try. To see that still fails. And still fails. Is it getting here? Always a good question. So this doesn't show anything on the right. If I save, do we get a request? Yeah. Body is unusable. Great. Body is unusable, they say. And they say I'm a bit blunt. So this is the part that they don't like. Too much work to read this. I guess I can do something like this to read it all. Oh, why can I not do it? It is using the text here, so what was the problem? Is it the text does not work? fairly blocker, but body is unusable. It seems like I'll make it here. It seems that it's this method, the trying to parse the text, that messes up. Yes, it's not text, it's JSON, that's why. Do we have like row body? Can I pass JSON here? Probably not. We do get different thing. Bad public key size. All right, so we're getting somewhere. We didn't get this before, did we? Yeah, so JSON, it doesn't like request. What's body used? I'll just keep reading this until I get it. Blob. Of course. Maybe blob is the one we want. Is it? Probably not. Nah. What else does the request have? Hey Stelio, what's up? Nice to see you here. Alright, so this very ugly thing seems like it is gonna work. So if we try to get the request text immediately, we do get our error. So like that can be converted to text. Oh, maybe we do. Alright, so what we need is this. Let's forgot to add. So if we go off screen for just a moment. Just open my .m file. We can add a public Supabase. Sorry, a public Discord key. This one. I am gonna paste it in and close this file, because even though that is secret, it does have some secret files, and switch back to a desktop view and use it here. Discord, public Discord key, bring it in from $N. So now this should work. Maybe not. So nothing went wrong. We make it here. We make it here, we make it here, we make it here. And our problem, I guess, is that we return an error. Ah, we get bodies unusable again. Wonder why. Or is it because we've already parsed it? That'd be quite interesting. Yeah, so I guess now request station doesn't exist because we've already consumed it here. Whoops. So how can I get the body without consuming it? Can I? Can only assume that this won't work even if I just ignore. TypeScript always knows best. Yeah, so the verify key thing didn't like what happened there. So maybe we can call this parse Discord request. And we have the payload. And we do payload to string. This one stringify payload. And then we return the payload. Let's make this more visible. So now let's see if no message then but request. And then we don't need to parse it again. And then we get to the rest of the app. Seems that's it. Still failed. But no errors. So we made it here. But it's not a slash command, so it does go to an error message. I suspect from our other tutorial here, it would say first verify the URL and then keep things up. Right, we must be prepared to acknowledge the ping message. So it seems like exactly if it's interaction type ping, we just need to return a 200 response. So we can return JSON type interaction ping type. All right, now we're cooking. Have high hopes that this will work. Try to save now. Yay, we did it. So this URL, now Discord thinks that it can properly handle what we want to do. In order for that to happen, we managed to make it handle the request of type ping that we were posting to us. To acknowledge that, I suspect maybe they are also sending us an insecure request and expecting a 400, like that has to fail. Well, one that has secure headers and is a ping message should go through. So now we do look for the ping request. We are returning 200 for that, and it's saying, right, this looks legit. Of course, this only works because we have ngrok installed and it is porting through. And indeed you can see that we do get a couple unauthorized as well. So it does seem that the Discord does think, can they handle a ping request, and can they only handle it when I send correct headers? So they intentionally send like crappy parameters and maybe a couple unauthorized requests, and only then can you save it. But the moment I kill the server, this is not gonna work anymore for them, but they'll never check again. In the end, we'll change this to the emojioff.com URL, which will always be live, and we should never break this endpoint again. All right, sweet. So we can take a small break. We've installed the app and then move on to actually create a slash command where we can go to the Discord server and say emoji me, and it gives us a random emoji. All right, quick break. All good so far. Let's see how far in we'll make it. The thing will manage the slash command, and we have actually done the ngrok bit because we needed it in order to actually configure our app. So what did we do? So we're entering in our SvelteKit app. So in order to do that, we did expose our app. Doesn't really matter. We did both of those. Sometimes I do update the video description and timestamps, but only if people ask. If they don't, I just don't do it. It does take a bit of time. So next up, we want to do something like slash emoji me or random emoji, and then our app responds with a random emoji it got from our database. And then, who knows? Who knows what it will do? Who knows if we'll make it to here? But the next step, I guess, too many docs to read live. Right, how do we specify what type of command our app can handle? That's what I want to know. How do we say, hey, it's this specific slash command that we want to handle? Message components, lots of stuff. But how do we say what type of command we want this to handle? We want to make a slash emoji me command. Where do we do that? Now that we have a command named permissions, where do we send this? Explorer. What's this? There's a command endpoint. I see. We will need to make a post call. Interesting. I may need to install Postman or something similar as well. Code browser, Postman. There's another tool that I was using paw, I remember. There's another one. Was it Insomnia? This one. Do I need an account for everything? I guess so. If you're wondering why I'm doing this because it seems we will need to make a post request to register a new command. And it would be quite hard to show what we're doing without a client like this. But maybe we do want our app to be registering the commands, because then we can run something to register them. I guess that's what they're doing here. Yeah, that makes sense. Kinda makes sense. So let's create a register commands plus server.ts, and there, I guess we'll do, may do a similar thing to this file. Maybe not. So we get request. So let's say if we go to API Discord register, we make it to this request. I managed to keep it correctly. Oh, there's the commands. This one. And what it's actually doing, it is using the bot token, I guess. And then, right, let's copy all of this. And maybe not. So it has a file called commands, which feels like a good idea. And in here, instead of a random emoji command, we can export it. However, seems like every command is going to have a specific type. It's going to have a name, and we'll see what else. But if that happens, then this needs to be imported from that file, and then you lowercase the name. And in here, we will import those commands. Name and description. And interestingly, they have two methods, global commands and register commands. This can take 0 minutes. Oh, 0 is that all notation. Interesting. So what's it doing? It's running register global commands, which is this, which is passing this URL to register commands, which I don't quite get. So Discord token, that's the bot token, that should be private. The application ID should be public. So I don't have a problem with that. But in any case, let's copy both of those. Or actually, let's just copy this. We want this to be a sync. Then we're fetching not the URL. The URL is going to be this. The application ID is going to be public Discord application ID to be added momentarily. This is going to be Discord bot token. And then I guess you do a put request where you put the commands that you want, the array of the commands you want. The only one we want is the Emoji command. Can't see its name. the emoji command. Hit save. Yeah. So here, checks if the response is okay. Console logs, I don't need them. Let's return the response either way. Maybe not. Yeah, 500. And or else this, I'm doing this. Cool. So this looks like it's eventually gonna work. We can nicely say how many commands we registered. And we can add our lovely ternary, whether we have an S or not. Love it. So what we need is to add a couple things to our .n file. From here, we should get the token, but we should also have the general information, I suppose, of the application ID. Which I will put in my .n file along with the Discord bot token. So I'll add the public Discord application ID with the thing I just copied. In secret from you. And I will also add a Discord bot token. Is that not what I called it? This. Which I will copy in secret. So I'll move on to the intermission page, but I'm still here. just need to slide all of this off screen for a moment. Should be fine. Once I set it, I need a 2FA code, live 2FA action. And we have the token. I managed to do it. I managed to become. Oh well, I'll have to reset all of them. No worries. So since we are leaking everything, I can slide it back in and show again what we've done. So we got a token here, and if I press view, it's gonna generate another one, which is what I must do shortly. Because, you know, in this page you can see quite a few things. They're all not real, I guess. Maybe this one should recycle, probably a good idea, but hey. The important thing is, I should be able to use them now. So it's fine if we leak this, not cool if we leak this. And also this method should have like some extra security, so not anyone can run this. Not that it can do anything bad by itself, but we just don't want people to keep running it, probably. So if I run this now, we do register this command, and if we go to our server, we do have the new Emoji command. Oh, brilliant. So let's create a new channel. We can move it around at some point. Let's make it a public text channel. It's going to be an announcement channel, I suppose, in the future. Let's make an announcement channel, see if it works. And then we're gonna run the Emoji command here. It even has our little logo, which is not bad. It's actually good. And what we want to happen, I imagine this already hits this server. And this command. And it's gonna return a hello world for us. It's quite brilliant. But what we can actually do is, much like we do in our pick method, we can run our remote procedural call that gets us a random emoji from our square-based client. And then and say if no random emoji result data, it shouldn't be possible because this either returns or fails. So data should always be there at this point. And the response type is channel message with source. What is message with source? So the user's input requires follow-up. What if there is no input? Oh well, let's just run it and see what happens. So let's see, is it gonna work? Supposedly, when I run the emoji command now, I should get a random emoji. I got a duck. How nice. How lovely. And it just says that I used it. It says the person who used it. It says and then the emoji of bot user responds with a random emoji. Cool. And I can't delete this message thanks to my privileges. Now we got a dog. Amazing. It's probably the guide dog. Cool. So we could expand this to have it respond as like Carousel, one of the fictional character, and add a code with the emoji. And you could also have it return a random amount of emojis, which could be fun. But I think this counts as a success. Put that back in. The question is, how do I make the bot user post a channel in response to an emoji being picked? I was thinking that one day maybe this could be like a super base, like our database function that does this. So every time a record is added to our database, every time a pick record is added to the database, then a trigger runs and then it posts to Discord for us. But it should be easier to have our SvelteKit app to do it, since the SvelteKit app is the one that is picking the emoji. So what else can we do? It's like webhook. How do you post a specific channel? How can you make it posted without anyone doing anything? I don't really know, which may be the place where we cut this today's streams. Reach presence. No, it's not a game, so I guess not. I will look into this more, because I guess it's not an interaction. It may be a webhook. When something happens, not sure. Scheduled event, interesting. But maybe that's not exactly what we want. Discord run plus command every day. I'm sure they can schedule stuff, so something. It's up here, does it? It's up here, does everything. Oh well, instead of debugging live, I will leave it as homework and do it maybe on the next stream if you find it interesting, or suggest something else to that we can do. Maybe someone needs to go to the channel and ask for the emoji of the day. So you need to go there. Let's add another command. Let's add the one that gives us the emoji of the day in a quote. Just to re-establish our learnings. So let's add the official emoji of the day. And then maybe like we can extend it to ask for an interaction. If they click a button, then they get a quote. It's going to be quite similar to our other command. It's going to be the emoji of the day command. But then we can see our main route and see what it does. Our main page server, how does it get the emoji of the day? It gets it with all the quotes. This may not be what we want. The locals have a super base client that doesn't have super privileges, and we can get the pick of the day, the emoji of the day, and some quotes. Maybe we won't be getting the quotes now. Not find the emoji of the day. What else is this doing to get the emoji? There's a weird typing issue with Superbase. Typing in Superbase is really strong, I really like it. But this is one place where it's not ideal. Emoji to this emoji. Right, and then we can go to our register commands file and add emoji of the day command as well. And refresh this page to execute this method. We now have two commands registered. So if we go to Discord, should be able to say if not / emoji of the day. Oh, hello Luis, I see you here. Olive brands, I guess. It must have been registered, so I wonder how long it takes to propagate. And the name is this. Was that you? It's nothing. Ah, there you go. We have it. And we are getting compass. Is that the emoji of the day? No, it's pen. Let's see how we mess things up here. Did I change the names? Oh yeah. Whoops. So I made the random command with the other one. Whoops. We don't need to register again, we just need to run the same one. There you go. The emoji of the day is this. And this is, of course, because this is running against my local host for now. When it is deployed, and on my local host, my local database has this pic of the day. When I do deploy this, it will be against production database, so you will be getting the push pin. That's why we got the hand. All right, seems to work. Learnings have been established. It still doesn't do the cool OpenAI stuff, but hey, that's life. And speaking of cool OpenAI stuff, I want to add some cool apostrophes this one. And of course, close quote. And that's gonna be about it for the stream. So we didn't manage to post the emoji of the day to an announcement channel on a timer or a timeout like every day that the pick happens, which I had expected we'd be able to do, hit the Discord API and go to a specific channel and do this. But hey, maybe I'll be able to figure it out offline. Instead, we made it so you can actually run this command anywhere in the server, really, and get the emoji of the day. Click to learn more. And we did this as a second step after fulfilling the get a random emoji command, which also you can run on every channel. Guess I could go every day here and run this command, but doesn't feel correct. I will figure it out offline. Remember, on Tuesdays we have started doing Next.js streams. I love Next.js, but everything Vercel does is turning into gold nowadays, and I've been a fan of Next.js even when it was called something different. What was it? What was Vercel called before? Let me know in the comments if you remember. So we'll be doing that next Tuesday. Before that, I will have a new video on how to do ChatGPT integrate with SvelteKit. So I've been working for a while on this and it's coming out soon. It's gonna be around 20 minutes as I said last time, but I think it's gonna be a fun one and useful. So I will catch you then. Otherwise, I do hope that you've enjoyed today. I hope that you'll have an even better evening or afternoon or whatever it is, wherever you are, and an amazing weekend. Have fun. And I'll see you around.